Good morning, class. Welcome back to the class of B second SEM, and subject is broadband communication system, and we have already started the first unit light wave system components in last class. Where were we? We discussed in last class basic structure of optical fiber. Okay, then later key elements of optical fiber, advantages of optical fiber, disadvantages of optical fiber. Now we are discussing today optical fiber as a communication channel. Okay, so before that we need to know what is operating wavelengths of optical fiber. So we will discuss it about shortly. An optical region forms an important region in electromagnetic spectrum. Optical region consists of three major types, namely visible, infrared and ultraviolet. Everyone knows it. Three main region we are considering always are visible, infrared and ultraviolet. The optical spectrum ranges about 50 nanometer ultraviolet to about 10 micrometer for infrared. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर इट. स्पेक्ट्रम रेंज क्या है ऑप्टिकल फाइबर की हमारे 50 नैनोमीटर अल्ट्रावायलेट फ्रॉम 50 नैनोमीटर अल्ट्रावायलेट टू 10 माइक्रोमीटर इंफ्रारेड. ओके, द विजिबल स्पेक्ट्रम इज फ्रॉम 400 नैनोमीटर टू 700 नैनोमीटर. अर्ली टेक्नोलॉजी मेड यूज ऑफ वेवलेंथ फ्रॉम 800 नैनोमीटर टू 900 nanometer. Because for this band of wavelength and optical sources and detectors were easily available. Okay, similarly an attenuation of data passing through optical fiber was also low. This particular band of wavelength is called first window. In earlier days what happens, but this band of wavelength which 800 nanometer to 900 nanometer, earlier days we all are using this band, and attenuation of data passing through this optical fiber was also very low, and this band of wavelength we called as first window. Later the manufacturers were able to fabricate optical waveguides in the 1100 nanometer to 1600 nanometer. These waveguides were having very low losses. Here two windows are present. Second window is centered around 1300 nanometer and the third window is centered around 1500 nanometer. Means how many windows we are seeing? First window, that is 800 nanometer to 900 nanometer in earlier days. Later the second window is centered around 1300 nanometer and the third window is centered around 1500 nanometer. But again nowadays what happens, new type of fiber materials are used in the 3 micrometer to 5 micrometer wavelength band. These materials are having very low losses before previous, but it is difficult to manufacture the long length of these fibers. The total optical spectrum is ranging from 300 gigahertz to infinity. This optical spectrum is again subdivided into subspectrum. Okay, do you get idea about spectrum range of our optical fiber? It's not no one ask this in examination, but for knowledge point of view you must know the wavelength band of optical fiber. Okay, now we are starting optical fiber as a communication channel. Here ray theory transmission, we have to see this ray theory transmission. Okay, so let us first discuss some basic definition related to optics which are required for optical fiber communication. The first one is our refraction. What is refraction now? When the light ray travels from one medium air, let us consider one medium air and another medium here glass. Okay, so when light ray travels from one medium air to another medium glass, then bending of light ray takes place as shown in your figure below, and it is called as refraction. See, I'll zoom little so that you can see proper. Okay. Okay. See, when light ray travels from this air medium to another glass medium here, okay, see, there is little bend of this ray. This is called as refracted ray, and it makes some angle with y-axis. This angle we call that as an angle of refraction. Similarly, this is the incident ray. This ray also make angle with y-axis. This we call it as an angle of incidence. We call it as a theta I, and angle of refraction we call it as a theta r. It's simple concept of refraction. Okay. Okay, you can see the diagram. I'm zooming out. Sorry. So, now what is refractive index? See, first of all we saw what is refraction. The angle, one light ray travel from one medium to another. There is bending of light ray takes place as shown in figure, that we call it as a refraction. So, now what is refractive index? Okay, what is refractive index? The ratio of speed of light in free space to the speed of light in medium. Free space means air, and medium means here we take medium as a glass. N is equal to C upon V. C क्या है तुम्हारा? Speed of light, मतलब speed of light ray in air medium, and V क्या है? Speed of your light ray in glass medium. Okay, and the ratio of the speed of light in free space to the speed of light in your glass medium is called as refractive index, and it is denoted by small n. N is equal, n की वैल्यू क्या है? 1 for air, 1.50 for glass, and 1.33 for water, and 2.42 for diamond. This is some specific standard value, we can say standard value for mediums. Means if air to air transmission हो रहा है तो refractive index रहेगा तुम्हारा 1. एयर टू ग्लास हो रहा है तो 1.50, एयर टू वाटर हो रहा है तो 1.33, सिमिलरली 2.42 फॉर डायमंड. ओके, नेक्स्ट है हमारा कंसेप्ट law of reflection. Now what is law of reflection? When the angle of incidence, we already saw what is angle of incidence and what is angle of refraction. When there is a one mirror and light ray falls on that mirror, it reflects back. Does it get refracted? No, obviously it does not get refracted. Mirror, it's a property of mirror. It makes light reflected back. So when one light ray falls on that mirror, it reflects back with an angle, again with an angle with y-axis, and it is called as angle of reflection. When this angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, it is the concept of law of reflection. Means angle of incidence and angle of reflection is same. It is the concept of your law of reflection. The angle made by incident ray with respect to normal is called as the angle of incidence. Normal means your y-axis. Similarly, the angle made with vertical line at which light is reflected from surface is called your angle of reflection. You can see in figure the angle of incidence and angle of reflection, that is equal. Now, angle equal, we can consider this phi 1 and another angle of reflection is your phi 2. So phi 1 equals to phi 2 is your law of reflection. Okay, phi 1 equals to phi 2 is your law of reflection. See, this is the angle of incidence. We just now we saw the angle at which light strikes a surface with respect to normal is called as angle of incidence. The angle of incident light ray determines whether the ray will be reflected or refracted. Then we denoted angle of incidence by phi 1 and angle of reflection by phi 2. The angle at which light is reflected from a surface is called as angle of reflection. The law of reflection, then what your law of reflection becomes? Phi 1 equals to phi 2, obviously. Now, the next concept is our next point is Snell's law. So, what is Snell's law? When the light ray meets the interface of two media having different index of refraction, then part of light ray is reflected back into the first medium and other part is refracted into the second medium. Okay, it is shown in figure. What happens? First, light ray reacts when it meets the interface of two media having different refractive indexes. Means refractive index of one medium is n1 and refractive index of second medium is n2. Then what is Snell's law? And phi 1 is the angle with first medium and phi 2 is the angle in your second medium with your refracted ray. So what is Snell's law states? N1 sin phi 1 is equals to N2 sin phi 2. It states Snell's law. When light ray meets the interface of two media having different index of refraction, part of light ray is reflected back into the first medium and other part is refracted into the second medium. So N1 sin phi 1 is equal to N2 sin phi 2, and it is called as your Snell's law, where N1 can be greater than N2, N2 can be less than N1. Okay, it's the Snell's law. Now, so the next point is critical angle. Now, what is critical angle? So consider these three figures. Light ray making an angle of incident phi 1 as shown in figure number 1. Okay, then the light ray gets reflected by making an angle of refraction, phi 2. Here N1 and N2 are the refractive indices of two medium. Now according to Snell's law, what happens? N1 sin phi 1 is equals to N2 sin phi 2. Now as the value of phi 1 goes on increasing, the value of phi 2 also gets increased. At one particular stage, what happened? The value of phi 1 is such that it makes an angle of phi 2 equal to 90 degree. And this is called as critical angle of incidence. And this is shown in your middle figure. See, in first figure, what happened? There are two mediums. You can see first medium is your air and second is your water. In first figure, what happens? The light ray incidence and gets refracted. In third figure, light ray incident and get reflected. Okay, that is the concept of total internal reflection that we see in next slide. Okay. And this is the angle of when in middle figure, when we light ray incidence, it not get refracted, not get reflected. It makes an angle 90 degree. That angle we call as a critical angle. Okay, using Snell's law, क्या करेंगे हम? N1 sin phi 1 is equals to N2 sin phi 2. तो हम क्या करेंगे? अब जो हमारा जो रे है वो ना ही रिफ्रैक्ट हुआ है ना ही रिफ्लेक्ट हुआ है, तो उसकी वैल्यू क्या है? 90 डिग्री है. तो हम वो वैल्यू पुट करेंगे 90 डिग्री phi 2 में, और हमको क्या निकालना है? क्रिटिकल एंगल. तो phi 1 इक्वल्स टू हम phi c से डिनोट करते हैं क्रिटिकल एंगल. तो क्या होगा? N1 sin phi c इज इक्वल्स टू N2 sin 90 डिग्री, वेयर phi c इज योर क्रिटिकल एंगल ऑफ critical angle. Then N1 sin phi c is equals to N2, because sin 90 is your 1. then sin phi c is equals to n2 by n1. So phi c is equal to sin inverse of n2 by n1. It is the formula for your critical angle, sin inverse of refractive index of second medium upon refractive index of your first medium. Means critical angle is equal to sin inverse of refractive index of your second medium by, or a ratio of refractive index of your second medium to the ratio to the refractive index of your first medium. Okay, now your next is your next topic is total internal reflection. Just minute ago we see this slide. See this total internal reflection, angle gets reflected in same light ray gets reflected in same medium. That is the concept of total internal reflection. In detail we will see it now. Okay, what happens if angle of incidence is increased than critical angle? See, when we increasing phi 1, phi 2 gets increased till 90 degree, it becomes a critical angle. Now if angle of incidence is increased than critical angle, then light ray gets reflected rather than causing refraction. We saw it just now in third figure. Now inside the fiber optic cable, the incident light ray should cause the total internal reflection. If the refraction of light ray occurs, then the light rays will not enter into the fiber optic cable. In this case, light rays will get escaped. Did you got? मीन्स क्या, जब हमारा लाइट रे रिफ्रैक्ट नहीं होगा, रिफ्लेक्ट होगा सेम मीडियम में, वो कंसेप्ट को हम बोलते हैं टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. ओके, और टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन अगर नहीं होता है, इन केस ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन क्या होगा, ऑप्टिकल फाइबर में रहेगा क्या रे, नहीं, एस्केप हो जाएगा. तो टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन होना चाहिए, तभी एट लॉन्गर डिस्टेंस वी कैन गेट ट्रैवल दैट लाइट रे एट लॉन्गर डिस्टेंस. ओके, सो thus the electron, so what happens, the total internal reflection occurs at the interface between two dielectrics having different refractive indices. दो अलग अलग refractive indices होने चाहिए तो ही possible है ये. When the light is incident on dielectric of lower index from the dielectric of higher index and angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then that is called that point that law is called as total interreflection. Okay, consider that light ray having now we have to see reflection condition. What is reflection condition? N1 must be greater than N2 and phi 1 must be greater than phi 2. Obviously N1 greater than N2 रहेगा तो phi 1 obviously greater than phi 2 रहेगा, क्योंकि phi 1 क्या है, angle of incidence with in your medium where refractive index is N1, and phi 2 angle of your refraction or reflection in another medium where your refractive index is N2. Okay, now for numerical aperture, now for considering numerical aperture, consider a light ray having angle of incidence theta at the interface of core and cladding. Okay, you can see this theta angle at the incidence of core and cladding, जहाँ ये starting में हो रहा है, ये है आपका थीटा. Wait, I'll show you. See, this is the angle of incidence और ये जो एंगल है आपका, ये है थीटा. वो थीटा मैक्स डिनोट किया है क्योंकि वो डिराइव करते हैं हम, लेकिन फर्स्ट वी कंसिडर एज अ थीटा. ओके, so in this case the light ray propagates through optical fiber by keeping the shallow angle, that is 90 minus phi c, your critical angle. This is called meridional ray and it passes through axis of fiber core. the total internal reflection occurs only in material in which the speed of light is slower than in air. Okay? Total internal reflection occurs only in materials in which speed of light is slower than in air. सिर्फ उन्हीं मटेरियल्स के लिए टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन टेक्स प्लेस होगा, उन्हीं इसके लिए ऑकर होगा जिसमें स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इज स्लोअर दैन योर एयर. ओके, सो फॉर्मूला क्या हुआ न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर का? वो डेरिवेशन है एक छोटा सा जो आगे मैं लेती हूँ, लेकिन ये ध्यान में रखो. फॉर्मूला है तुम्हारे न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर का n0 sin थीटा मैक्स इज इक्वल्स टू n कोर स्क्वायर माइनस n क्लैड स्क्वायर. मीन्स रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ कोर स्क्वायर माइनस रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ क्लैडिंग स्क्वायर और इसका होल इसका अंडर रूट. मीन्स अंडर रूट ऑफ रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ कोर स्क्वायर माइनस रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ योर क्लैडिंग स्क्वायर. इस पे न्यूमेरिकल्स भी आते हैं एग्जाम में और इसका डेरिवेशन हम देखते हैं आगे. ठीक है, ओके. The numerical aperture for light entering the glass fiber from an air medium is described mathematically. फिर से n0 sin थीटा इन, या यू कैन, वही है तुम्हारा थीटा इंसिडेंस और वही है तुम्हारा थीटा मैक्स. ओके, दैट इज योर एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल. नाउ एक्सेप्टेंस, व्हाट इज एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल? इट इज द मैक्सिमम एंगल. हमने अभी देखा था बिफोर, इसके प्रीवियस स्लाइड में. यू कैन सी अगेन. See, theta max. What is theta max? It is the angle of incidence. So theta in is also equal to theta max. It is also the angle of incidence, and that angle is called as acceptance angle when it is maximum. So acceptance angle is the maximum angle to the fiber axis at which light may enter the fiber axis in order to propagate it. Is it clear? See, once again I repeat these all 10 terms in fast. एक फास्ट रिवीजन देख लेते हैं, हमने कौन से कंसेप्ट देखे. फर्स्ट, रिफ्रैक्शन. व्हाट इज रिफ्रैक्शन? व्हेन लाइट रे ट्रेवल्स फ्रॉम वन मीडियम टू अनदर मीडियम, then bending of light ray takes place, that is called as refraction. Then what is refractive index? The ratio of speed of light in air, free space or air to the speed of light in medium is called as refractive index, and it is 1 for air, 1.50 for glass, 1.33 for water and 2.42 for diamond. These are some specific or standard refractive indexes, so you have to remember it all 4. Then law of reflection. What is the law of reflection? The angle of, when the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, it takes place, and that law is known as law of reflection, where angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Then angle of incidence, angle at which light strikes a surface with respect to normal, that is y-axis, is called as angle of incidence. Then angle of reflection, the angle at which light is reflected from a surface is called as angle of reflection. And angle of incidence is denoted by phi 1 and angle of reflection is denoted by phi 2. And what is law of reflection? This angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, that is phi 1 is equal to phi 2. Then Snell's law, what is it? N1 sin phi 1 is equal to N2 sin phi 2. What it states? It states that how the light ray reacts when it meets the interface of two media having different refractive indexes. What are that? Those different refractive indexes here, n1 and n2. Then critical angle, the value of angle of incidence at which the angle of refraction is 90 degree. That angle is called critical angle. You can see this critical angle in middle figure. In those three figures, the middle figure shows the critical angle. Then total internal reflection, when the light ray strikes the interface at an angle greater than critical angle, the light ray does not pass through interface into the glass. When this occurs, the angle of reflection phi 2 is equal to the angle of incidence phi 1, and this action is known as total internal reflection. And there is two conditions for reflection: n1 must be greater than n2 and phi 1 must be greater than phi 2. What is numerical aperture? It is used to describe the light gathering or light collecting ability of an optical fiber. Then last is your acceptance angle. What is acceptance angle? It is the maximum angle to the fiber axis at which light may enter the fiber axis in order to get propagated. Okay. Now, here your optical fiber as a communication channel topic ends. Now your next topic is ray optics. Now there are two types of rays in fiber, meridional rays and skew rays. So what is meridional rays and what are skew rays? We discussed in our next lecture. Before it, we have to discuss about acceptance angle in detail. Okay, ray optics we will see in next lecture. Before it, we need to discuss about acceptance angle. For the propagation of signal through the fiber, there must be total internal reflection of light rays, that you know. So the total internal reflection of light ray takes place if angle of incidence is greater than angle of your critical angle. So the maximum angle at which light enters the fiber and causes internal reflection is called as acceptance angle, that we see just before, 2 minutes before. So if it makes an angle greater than acceptance angle, corresponding angle inside the cable will be less than your critical angle, and there is a refraction instead of reflection. So this ray enters into the cladding layer and it is eventually lost due to radiation. Thus, acceptance angle is the maximum angle of incoming light ray with respect to the fiber axis, at which the light may enter into optical cable and gets propagated. फिर से वही बोला है, एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल ऐसा एंगल है, ऐसा मैक्सिमम एंगल है कि जिससे अगर लाइट रे तुम्हारा एंटर करता है तो वो ऑप्टिकल केबल के अंदर टोटली इंटरनली रिफ्लेक्ट होगा और इट कैन गेट प्रोपोगेटेड एट लॉन्गर डिस्टेंसेस. और क्यों एट लॉन्गर डिस्टेंसेस इट कैन गेट प्रोपोगेटेड? बिकॉज ऑफ योर टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. ठीक है. So this ray optics we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.